I don't know how much Coke paid Square Enix. It wasn't Square Enix at the time, just Squaresoft. Whatever, I don't know how much they paid to get product placement in this game. So yeah, if we go into key items, we can take a look at this cafeteria key. Can we actually like spin it around and things? I thought we could. I guess not. I guess I was getting ahead of myself. But there is a way to examine it, I thought. No? No? An antique key. No, I guess that's it. Nothing much to the key. Well, I know what to do with the key, at any rate. We just need to go open up the cafeteria. Make our way through the slaughter fest here. I'm glad that they don't let you accidentally ascend stairs or ladders, but I know that this little system here where you have to push the button to walk down is so they could make sure that they modeled or animated the model correctly, stepping on each stair once, so it didn't look silly. Something on the bench. It's an ammo box. So every area in the game has an ammo box that has infinite 9mm rounds in it. I don't need 9mm rounds. I don't think I will need any 9mm rounds for the whole game, hopefully. And sometimes, though, because enemies spawn in after, after plot flags, sometimes, if you're running low on ammo, actually getting to the ammo box is very difficult, if possible at all. Chop you down. So after every battle, you get EXP, you get bonus or bounty points, and you regenerate a little bit of MP. So if you learn how the monsters work in each area on a normal run of the game, where you're conserving resources, if you learn how the monsters work, and you learn how the maps are laid out so you don't get ambushed as easily, you can actually go quite a long time just on the MP that you regenerate, just by using that MP to regenerate your health every couple scenes. But even on normal mode, it can be very distracting, because look at this. We're going to enter this cafeteria, and the first camera view we're going to get is pointed right at the door. So we got this great big cafeteria room that we're in. You can see on my map, big rectangular shaped room with a plot important element in the middle. But rather than walking in the room and seeing what Aya sees, which is this lady at the table, we had to walk through 2 screen transitions to get there. So it's very common in this game to step into a room with like 5 monsters. All the monsters can see you, but you can't see any of them. That's just how this game rolls. And so combat gets very, very frustrating. Very based on trial and error. But it's not impossible. Once you start wrapping your head around it, you do kind of hit a groove with it. But I didn't feel like a very long and meticulously rehearsed Let's Play was going to be the best way to go about Parasite Eve 2. This is why this game's not suitable for children, right? We can't let kids watch this kind of thing. This is horrifying. Ah! We saw all the animals in the first Parasite Eve mutate before our eyes and turn into monsters, but Parasite Eve 2 starts with a human being turning into a monster. Specifically into Horrible Skullface, but we're going to Gunblade him. I'm going to see if I can do the critical hit. Some weapons have 2 modes of attack, one on R1 and one on R2. This one has R1 and R2. I'm not sure if I'm getting that crit or not. Oh, no, I'm not, because I'm not. We're going to have to practice it. We're going to have to practice it. But because each room in the game has so many screen transitions... Can I take that? Yeah, I can take that. Because every room in the game has... Look how many screen transitions. We got 1. We got the doorway here. So I think there's 3 just in this room. But not... No, we got 4, because we got this door here as well. So, just in this one room, they've rendered 4 different screens. If this were Parasite Eve 1, it would just be one screen with a sort of overhead view to it. But that's not how this game rolls. So imagine this room filled up with like 5 different monsters coming at you from all angles, and it's very difficult to tell where they are or how to get to them, and you got tank controls, and you've got all these screen transitions, and I guess the argument could be made that it helps the game feel more like a horror game, but I don't know that I buy that argument, because even in a horror game, the player should be able to see what the protagonist sees. Okay, I think you got it. I think you got it, Rupert. I think you got it, you beautiful bald bastard. You put it down. So yeah, I don't really buy the argument that it makes for a better horror game if you can't see what the protagonist sees. I'm not... not in a horror video game. The convention can be put to use in movies, I think, but that's like a whole different discussion. This is not a movie channel. This is a Verdaverm channel. We're not gonna need bigger guns. I've got a gun blade. I'm fine. I am fine, yo. All right, so you go to the phone, then you go to the cafeteria, then you gotta go back to the phone and call backup. So now when I check my map, you see that some areas turn red. The red areas are areas where combat can happen. You can get ambushed in the gray areas. Like, I think I'm about to get ambushed by bats in this area here. Nope, by little men's. Okay, fair enough. Put some shotgun to use here. Nope. Oh, you stunned me for a second. There we go. He's down. He's down. Everything's fine. We have 180 of those shotgun shells. And unlike Parasite Eve 1, you actually reload after every battle. Thank goodness. I don't even want pepper spray, but I guess we'll just pick it up. We'll just throw it away later. Alright, so back to the phone so we can call in some backup. So you do get ambushed in quote-unquote safe areas sometimes, but it's most of the game you can check and see where the monsters are by looking at the red areas of the map, which can be very useful. And that's the only real way to grind experience in this game, is to, whenever you see your map turn red again, you go back through all the areas and kill all the monsters. In a normal game, I really suggest you do this so you can rack up those bounty points, rack up some experience. But you're not going to gain levels. You're not going to get more powerful the more you fight. The only reason to fight is to equip yourself with bounty points and experience. So Carradine wants to see the implant that I picked up. Let's see if I can check that out on the menu. We don't need to save here again. We're going to go key item, implants. The implant was lodged in the brain. Crazy. Alright. So no backup. All the agents are in the field. We're on our own. Just I and her crazy ninja sword. You know what? I think we're up to the task. I think we can do it. Uh-oh. So here's the... Yeah, here's an example of we have monsters that are off the screen. We just gotta fight them like this. I can't see why I can't shoot him. There we go. Okay. So yeah, that's a lot of combat in Parasite Eve 2, honestly. A lot of combat is Aya shooting towards the screen at monsters that you can't see, and just hopefully you're hitting them. A lot of combat in the game is like that. So it's like I said, this is why the game seems very dated. It doesn't age very well because no modern game would do that. Is there a monster back there? Yes. I see you back there. Come on. Can I shoot him from here? Ah! I can just chop you through the counter. Go to hell, cash register! Beautiful. I think the monster is technically in a different room that you can just reach from this room. Which is kind of forward-thinking of them, I guess. What was that crazy monster you were even reading? Just out of curiosity. A scientific journal, eh? Science is evil! Yes, pick it up. What did we get? Oops. Mendel, Science for the Masses. Well known for its coverage of genetics, there's a vocabulary list for general readers. This month's features are the Human Genome Project, Catalog of Mitochondria, Cutting Edge of DNA Therapy, the Future of Cloned Organs. And it just teaches you what mitochondria means, which we already know, because we played Parasite Eve 1. And there's Dr. Maida's crazy theory that mitochondria is sentient, but we don't believe that, do we? What's DNA? And then a summary of the Manhattan Blockade incident, which we don't need to read because, again, we all played Parasite Eve 1. So there we go. We're good there. Let's get back to exploring this cafeteria. Now the door's open. Rupert, where'd you go, man? This is a rat or something? Yep. Yep. Didn't even get to see any of the monsters in this room. Now the problem with this room, and many other similar rooms in Parasite Eve 2, is if I had walked forward to here, actually probably the monsters were back here. If I had walked forward to here where all the monsters were, I would have been mobbed by them. It would have been crazy. Let's heal even though I don't really need to. So there should be a key in this box. A key is hanging here. Take it. Not blue key. Beautiful. So, I don't need to go into the kitchen, but I guess I will. It's cleared up, it's filled in on the map, and it's currently devoid of monsters because we sliced the dude through the counter. We used the glitching to our great effect here. We can go in here and get an item from the fridge, a stem. I don't even remember what that does. Oh, cures a bunch of stuff, which we don't need to worry about that because we have a parasite power that can do it. As long as confusion and silence are both going to be a bummer, but we'll just deal with it as it comes up. Blindness is the big one that I really want to make sure I take care of, because blindness is the one that is most prevalent, and just like in Parasite Eve 1, it's incredibly annoying. Let's turn the brightness up a little bit so we can see what we're even looking at. So let's look at, we're looking at one of the elevator banks here. That's a little too bright. That's a little too bright. There we go. What else do we got? We got... Oh, it's elevator banks. What's this here? There's a Coke machine. This looks like the other elevator bank. There's Rupert. There he goes. He's leaving the cafeteria. God knows where he's going. A SWAT member. What's he doing down there? Hard to tell. Not even sure. And then we got some kind of catwalk. Probably up on top of the plaza. And finally, a floor. What's one of those coin-operated binocular stations. Alright, well, we need to do some puzzle solutions here. We need to item blue key. Look how I put that together. Click. That's the noise a key makes when you turn it. Click! A loud click sound. That opens the glass door that is unbreakable even with our gunblade. And then over here, weird graffiti. A short musical store that says bridge. This is just a puzzle solution. You see where it's the 1, 2, and 3 level, and then you have to figure out which 3 numbers are on the bottom level, and it's, what is it, 561? Yeah, 561. And yeah, the name of the song is Bridge, Aya. You are a detective. God bless you. Alright, which way do I need to leave out of here? Right here. This should take us out to the fountain. Any monsters out here? No. When you step into a room and you can't see whether or not there are monsters, you can hold the square button to take your battle stance. And if there are monsters, the square button is also the target monster button. So if there are monsters, that's how you can target them and initiate combat. So you can clue yourself into monsters. So literally, Aya can see the monster. I'm going to open this door from this side, just for ease of use later. So Aya can see the monster. She's looking right at it, but the player doesn't know it's there until Aya pushes the square button. Kind of a confusing system. I guess it works. We'll open the door to the fountain there, and then I think we can go up to the promenade now. If we'd come this direction in the first place, we would have been stuck. Hey, there's somebody. I still want to get the crit on this. Let's see if we can get it on this guy. Nope, I just missed. Let's back up a little bit. There we go. So it's the difference between 70 damage and 2400 damage if you time that shotgun blast correctly. Messed him up. That was fun. But you can see how the screen transitions, they come out of nowhere, and they can mess you up in combat. They throw off your timing. This drives me crazy. Who does this with an escalator? Who just stands stock still on the slowest escalator in eternity? I walk up escalators. I'm sorry. If I got nobody in front of me, I walk, because there's stairs and I got feet, and they move. But that's just me. I guess I'm not an FBI agent. So right now I'm not in combat, but after I push square, I will be. 5,400. 5,200. That's fair. Beautiful. Now we'll go down the second slowest escalator in existence. Yup. Yup. Bad guy is pretty far away, with lots of hit points. Got him 5,600. How far away am I from this guy? Can I hit him from here? 5,500. Wow. Both. I feel like I got lucky twice there. Both of them, I attacked them through the screen transition. Uh-oh. Something's happening in that church. Yeah, because I guess I can't attack outside of combat. But yeah, she takes like a step forward when she swings that gun blade. Which, if it pushes you through a screen transition, it's really disorienting. Because you might be facing a totally different direction. So here's like one of the main bad guys of the game. That's number 9 right there. Or as I like to call him, not Psycho Manus. He gone. Homeboy had places to be. Don't you know not to go into a creepy church all by yourself at night when there are monsters running around, Rupert? I guess Rupert's our partner in this game, but he is nowhere near as awesome as Daniel was. I'm sorry, Daniel. Backup is a no-go. There will be no backup. Aya, your gunblade is the backup. Hey, there's a thing on the ground that wasn't there 2 seconds ago. Let's pick it up. Aha! The red skull key. We got it. Now, if we check the map, see it all turned red. We saw a cutscene. That means the map is all red again. But we do need to backtrack a little bit to go get something that's kind of important. But now on the way back, all the monsters will come back. They don't respawn randomly, they respawn after cutscenes, basically. Whew! I wanted to target that fly guy a little earlier, but the square button just cycles through all your targets. You don't actually get to pick who you're targeting in this game. So, tank controls, clunky targeting, weird disorienting camera. These are the kind of things that people put up with back in the day, back on the PlayStation 1, because we didn't have good enough technology to do any better. That was it. This is what we had. Just because I want to make sure that I get the crit on. I think he poisoned me, but I don't think it's going to matter. Yeah. I guess I could have just gunbladed him a couple times in a row. That'd have been fine. Do I even want these Hydra rounds? Let's get rid of the leather jacket. We're not going to need that. Hydra rounds are just better pistol ammo. Like, typically a regular run through this game, you'll go through most of the game using your 9mm ammo out of your pistol. The Hydra rounds are the next step up. Get him! Okay, okay. Get away from the rat. There we go. Get the next one. There he is. Yeah, that poisoned us, but we're fine. We got damage reduction and tons of hit points, so we are okay. We don't need that. Let's just discard. Which way we want to go? I got to turn around there. Yeah, okay, that's correct. We want to go back down around the fountain again. Back to the cafeteria. Cafeteria is a place you visit quite a lot in this first little dungeon area. Now that we got the red key, we can do something fun. Okay, that's not who I want to be targeting, but that's fine. The shotgun's got some burst on it, which is good. Gunblade a rat from halfway across the room. The thing does have some reach on it. Maybe I'm trying to get too close to the monsters. I can swing from a little further away than I have been. I'm going to heal up a little bit. What does the red skull key do? I'm about to find out. Shoutouts to Silver Prater for sponsoring this video, and to everyone who makes this channel possible by supporting me on Patreon.